Hello everyone, welcome to the Rare Historical Pictures channel. In this video, we will be showcasing colorized photos of the Second World War, skillfully brought to life by a team of talented artists. Join us on this incredible journey through history. On June 4, 1944, Rome was liberated from German occupation. Rome had been declared an open city, which meant it could be captured without any fighting. This was a welcomed relief after the intense battle at Cassino. U.S. 5th Armored Division in Pulheim, Germany, March 1945. Sherman tank crews of C Squadron, 13th/18th Royal Hussars prepare their vehicles for the invasion. May 30, 1944. Operation Market Garden. A German soldier of the Luftwaffe Field Division, with his binoculars, dressed in a Splittermuster 41, splinter pattern, jacket. Autumn 1944, the Netherlands, Arnhem area, the Netherlands. 2 U.S. Marines of the 4th Marine Division stand atop Mth Suribachi, overlooking the remainder of Iwo Jima, part of which is still held by the Japanese. February 25, 1945. The Warsaw Uprising of 1944 was the largest underground military operation in German-occupied Europe. Its military goal was to liberate the capital from the extremely brutal German occupation, under which it was suffering since September 1939. Infantry of the 2nd Gordon Highlanders, 15th Scottish Div searching a 16-year-old German prisoner in Cleve, in northwestern Germany. February 11, 1945. Most likely a Churchill tank of 6th Guards Tank Brigade. During the Battle of the Bulge, a U.S. Army half-track crosses a temporary bridge over the Arve River, in the war-torn Belgian city of Houffalize, in January 1945. January 16, 1945. At 9:45, the 41st Cavalry of the 11th Armored Division made contact with the 41st Infantry of the 2nd Armored Division in Houffalize, thus terminating the Bastogne operation so far as the 3rd Army was concerned. A British Churchill Crocodile flamethrower fires his flame projector at a German holdout. British infantry of the 1st Battalion Rifle Brigade were engaged in a bitter battle for the southern Dutch town of Sint-Joost, Limburg province. In the afternoon, flamethrowers were deployed to break the German resistance in the houses. Many civilians were caught up in the heavy fighting, which would eventually destroy 75% of the houses in the village. The thrower had a range of up to approximate 120 yards, 110 meters. The fuel was projected at a rate of 4 imperial gallons, 18 L, per second. The fuel burned on water and could be used to set fire to woods and houses. January 21, 1945, Sint-Joost, the Netherlands. This C-47, serial number 42-100,862, was one of 19 Skitrans shot down by the flak of the Führer Begleit Brigade west of Bastogne on December 27, 1944. The aircraft in the picture was from the 94th Troop Carrier Squadron, 439th Troop Carrier Group, and was baptized Ain't Misbehavin' by the crew. Photo taken on December 30, 1944. The pilot, Captain Ernie Turner of the C-47 cargo transport crash-landed safely after having dropped supplies to elements of the 101st Airborne Division, which had successfully repulsed all attempts to capture the besieged city of Bastogne, Belgium. Captain Ernie Turner, with Lieutenant Kęstutis J. Casey Narbutas as co-pilot, Staff Sergeant Richard G. Whitehurst as radio operator, and Staff Sergeant John E. Douglas as the crew commander, escaped unharmed from the emergency landing at Savy northwest of Bastogne, behind the American lines. Troops of the 6th Royal Frontier Force Rifles, 62nd Indian Infantry Brigade, 19th Indian Infantry Division, in a universal carrier in the village of Frisa, province of Chieti, Italy. December 14, 1943. An exhausted U.S. Army nurse at the 44th Evacuation Field Hospital. This photograph was taken a month after D-Day. Location, July, 1944, Brickaville, Normandy, France. 40 nurses were attached to this mobile hospital, 8 miles south of Omaha Beach. Between July 5 and August 4, they treated some 4,500 patients, of which only 50 died. It was not unusual for nurses and other medical personnel to work 18-hour shifts. Men of the 36th Infantry Division advanced through a banana grove in Burma, November 6, 1944. Personnel of 2nd Canadian Infantry Division signals examine a Ford 3-ton lorry which sank into a ditch on the Beveland Causeway, the Netherlands, October 27, 1944. The bridge classification disc is clearly visible, as is the War Department number in regulation location with CL prefix and a white recognition star, painted upside down. A unit serial or other information has been chalked onto the bumper. Ground crew performing a routine overhaul on a short Sunderland Mark I of No. 210 Squadron RAF, moored in Oban Bay, Scotland. 6th South African Armoured Division using a captured German SD, KFC .8 half-track to recover a disabled M3 Scout car, in Lagaro, Bologna, Italy. November 24, 1944. Possibly the 5th SA Field Squadron Engineers 49-foot. Tanks of Combat Command A, 11th Armoured Division, ford the Mole River near Nuffelden, Austria. May 4, 1945. April 9, 1941. A guardsman of 1st Battalion, Grenadier Guards, 7th Guards Brigade, 3rd Division rides a Norton Model 18 motorcycle fitted with a special mount to accommodate a Thompson submachine gun, allowing the rider to fire while in motion. Swanage, Dorset, UK. March 4, 1944. An American military policeman salutes the commander of the Allied armies in Italy, General Sir Harold Alexander, as he leaves Corps HQ at Anzio. The headquarters were located in the cellar of the Osteria dell'Artigliere, Tavern of the Artilleryman. The bells of the Blitz showgirl Sonia Stackpole makes her way to the underground levels of the Windmill Theatre with both her costume and helmet during the Blitz on London, January 21, 1940. The theatre's famous motto, "We never closed," often humorously modified to, "We never clothe," was a reference to the fact that the theater remained open, apart from the compulsory closure that affected all theaters for 13 days, 4 to September 16, in 1939. Performances continued throughout the Second World War even at the height of the Blitz. The showgirls, cast members, and crew moved into the safety of the theater's 2 underground floors during some of the worst air attacks, from September 7, 1940 to May 11, 1941. Sometimes, some of the girls would even make special visits to RAF airfields and put on a show for the pilots. Group Captain Colin Gray describes one such visit on August 11, 1940, in his autobiography, Spitfire Patrol. That evening we had an unusual treat as the Windmill girls from the well-known London Review came down to give us a show in the local Institute Hall. We were most privileged as the Windmill had a proud boast that the show never closed during the war and therefore they must give their usual performance before coming down to Hornchurch. Useless they did not do one on a Sunday evening. Anyway, it was a jolly good show and was ably compared by a rising young vaudeville star, Tommy Trinder. After the show, the whole lot came over to the officers' mess for a party, followed by an impromptu dance at which there was much competition formed the younger fry for a dance with the girls. We must have been pretty fit in those days, as the party did not finish until 2:30 the next morning, August 12th, and by 5:30 a.m., we were on our way to Manston for the first of 6 sorties that day including 2 dogfights.